G'day guys, welcome to the first episode of Plebdrift. I'm Joe, and that is Pepper the Drift Pig. So what's Plebdrift all about? Basically, a couple of weeks ago I started trawling YouTube, trying to find some channels of some amateur drifters. Couldn't really find much. There was a few guys there that were at a relatively amateur level, but you could still tell they were professional drivers with big budgets. What I'm hoping to do with this video series is to show guys just how easy and cheap it is to get into drifting. Basically what I wanted this channel to be about is something for the grassroots drifters. The plebs, the rookies, the amateurs, the guys that have very little budget yet they're still out there giving it a go. Like me. I have very little money, I have very little skill. But I do know my way around a car and I do know my way around a steering wheel. So I thought, well, I'll give it a go, and while I'm at it I'll record everything I do. That way guys like me and maybe even like you can have something to follow and to learn from and to have heaps of fun along the way. Alright, so with the introduction out of the way, I'll bring up to speed with how I'm going so far. Halfway through last year I bought the car as a roller. Since then I've been building it up for the track. A couple of weeks ago I finished it off. Finally got it ready to go. The first D1WA drift event for 2017 was on the 28th of January, Australia Day long weekend. It was also my first day out on the track. Apart from having a few hiccups along the way, it actually went really well. I had issues with the front tyre scraping on the guards. Also one of the water bypass hoses on the manifold popped a small hole. It was only a small one so I let it go, but by the end of the night the car got too hot because it had dumped all its coolant. I had to call it a night. Also, the biggest issue was the fact that I built the car without power steering. Any drifter will tell you that is a epically stupid idea. And as it turns out, they are 100% correct. I underestimated just how heavy the steering would be in the middle of a drift. I thought because the car would be moving through a turn that the steering would be relatively light. Nah. It was that heavy. I was putting that much effort into the steering. By halfway through the night, my fingernails were bleeding, which is pretty hardcore for a first day of drifting, but we'll learn and move on from it. Unfortunately, I didn't get too many photos or videos of the night. D1WA went live a few times on Facebook, and they did capture this of me.
I'm going to wait for you to be well clear.
And there also was a photographer down there taking photos, but unfortunately he only got this photo of me. There's actually two 32 Skylines that look exactly the same in D1WA. I didn't know, I built the car white and black. As it turns out there's already one that looks exactly like that, just with different rims. But because I'm calling her Pepper the Drift Pig, she's going to be pink. So before the next drift event that I attend, which will be in March, I need to sort out a few things with the car. I need to replace the hose that popped. I need to put power steering on it most of all. Also need to fix the clearance issues that I'm having with the front guards and the tyres. And I will be taking videos and photos of all of that along the way. So once I've got a video of all of that put together, I'll post that up as well. Enough of my ramblings, I'll introduce you to Pepper. So this is Pepper, everyone, Pepper. If you haven't noticed already, it's an R32 Skyline, a 2-door, a GTS-T. At the moment I'm running a completely stock RB20, and the only modifications that we've made is the intercooler. It used to be a front mount, now we've mounted it up in the engine bay, which does absolutely nothing for cooling the intake charge, but we just wanted to do something a little bit different. The gearbox is a RB25 gearbox, with an Extreme Clutches single plate ceramic extra heavy duty clutch and a light and chrome moly flywheel also from Extreme Clutches. The diff is an unknown. I don't really know. I bought the car with the diff in it. It's either shimmed or locked. I have no idea. Suspension is pretty basic setup. It's just coilovers with a few modifications to the front to help with drifting, extended LCAs, extended tie rod ends, and that's pretty much it. Later on down the track, when I start getting used to the car a bit more, I will make a few more changes to the front to get more lock and better steering angle. As the car sits here now, ready to go with tyres, all up has cost me $5 grand, or actually just a little bit less than $5 grand, which, when you think about it, to get into motorsport, that is insanely cheap. With any other form of motorsport, you'd be looking at 10 grand plus before you even get the car out onto the track. So that really is blazing on a budget. Later on in future episodes, I'll go through the car in a lot more detail so you guys can see exactly what I've done. But for now, that's just a quick sweep over of the car so you get an idea of where we're at. So that's it for the first episode. You can follow me and Pepper on Facebook, YouTube and Instagram. I know this first episode wasn't that interesting for you, but I promise you it'll get a lot more interesting and a lot more fun, because I'm a rookie and I will mess it up for sure. Thanks for watching, pleb up and blaze on!